Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Beanzy. I'm back today with a new upload, which is a different one. It's the first one that I'm going to do. So, obviously you guys know that I've bought a lot of Gears of War merchandise recently, and I'm really getting into Gears of War lore, especially with the books and all the comics, all the videos, everything, all the forums, the threads, just reading everything I can on Gears of War, and it's really enjoyable. Now, the other night I was in Ross Hickey's stream. Ross Hickey is a great guy. I'm going to leave his link in the description below. Please check him out. His YouTube, his Twitch, his Twitter. Please drop that man some support, because this guy's got some crazy theories as well as me. Now, the other night in his chat, me and him were having a real good discussion about Gears of War 5 theories, about, you know, what could happen, why is this happening, why are they reintroducing this all back. Now, I didn't want to bottle up this theory, and I kind of want to share it just because it makes sense to me, considering how much I've learned with lore, with the books, and replaying all the games, you know, like really looking into everything. It kind of makes sense. So recently there's been a link between this Professor Niles. Now, we know Niles was the AI security system at the New Hope facility, which is featured in Gears of War 2, where you go to, and it's now being featured again in Gears of War 5. Now, for guys who don't know, Niles Sampson was the scientist who enthusiastically led the research at the New Hope research facility. And this was done during the years of the Pendulum Wars, which is stated in the books. But however, at that time, the chairman of that was someone called Monroe. Now, I think he got knocked off, and then Prescott took that, okay? So all of this research was funded by Monroe, and he led research projects in an attempt to cure emulsion sickness in humans. Now, at that time, they known that as rust lung, which again was featured in Gears of War 2 and also in the comic series, where people like Jonathan Harper and Michael Barrick had rust lung. So this was how emulsion was affecting people. Now, Sampson was in charge of a project to try and cure this, okay? But, however, eventually the New Hope facility was shut down and abandoned, and then Niles Sampson had to take a group of his test subjects to Mount Kadar. Okay? So we know that Mount Kadar is now here in Gears of War 5, and this you know, could contain, which are known as the Outsiders, Niles subjects. Okay? So with this, right, this is where it comes in. This is where it comes in. So in Gears of War 2, okay, so from this, we know from Gears of War 5 that Mount Kadar is the key point that's been mentioned in the trailer, okay? It's the key point that Kate has got to go with Dell to go and see, okay? And it's recommended by Marcus as well in that trailer, okay? So we know from this that Mount Kadar may contain some of the mutated humans in which Niles took up there. Okay, now this is the key thing. So in Gears of War 2, in the campaign, you go through and you fight against something called Sires. Okay, so in my head I thought to myself, they didn't actually blow up the New Hope because obviously it's in, you know, Gears of War 5. So, however, what if those Sires carried on mutating because no one was there to actually control it? Okay, so that's one of my theories, that the Sires have actually adapted into these Outsiders. You know, they are pretty creepy looking, these Sires. You know, very mutated, and it's crazy to think that they were humans affected by emulsion. Okay, so that's one key theory that I think, you know, that the Sires kept adapting into the Outsiders, and that's what we've got. Okay, the other theory, okay, is Myra is a descendant of the New Hope scientists, okay, and she can be related to Niles, Adam, Elaine, Phoenix. You know, she can be related to all of them, okay, and this journey of Myra is really, really hidden. This may get uncovered in Gears of War 5, which could be a hope. Now, I know for a fact that on the trip that Niles took, they went by foot, okay? So, my other theory is that Myra could have stolen, or, you know, essentially kidnapped Niles and those test subjects, and she could have done something themselves up in Mount Kadar, because as we know, the locust is already up in Mount Kadar, because as stated in Gears of War 2, the mountain is guarded by something vicious. Okay, I think the thing is AI. When he was on the computer, it said remarked of the trip of something terrible awaited them inside the mountain. Now, to us, we have seen the warden. Okay, the warden up on the screen right now, you know, is guarding it. And also, guys, what we can see is the trailer is the warden slowly rising up, defending a doorway. Now, if you look at the design of the doorway and compare it to the Gears of War 2 campaign, where you go in and gather in Storm to blow up the facility to get in, where Niles, you get introduced to Niles actually. That door actually matches the same with the 3 computer screens above it. If no one noticed that, then I'm first! This is the theory, is I think that Myra took over Mount Kadar and that hidden facility of Niles to carry on testing. Okay, and then that is why she really wanted to see Adam Phoenix in Gears of War 3 to do with all the emulsion research, etc, etc. But obviously, to our eyes, she was killed off. Now this is where my other crazy theory comes in. Okay guys, this is a long-winded theory, but can you imagine if this happens? So, obviously at the end of it, all the lambent and locust died off in Adam Phoenix's weapon, okay? But Myra didn't collapse, because obviously she's human, and maybe she hasn't been exposed to this emulsion like all the other characters have. But she was just left there on the floor as they all walked away. Now, my crazy theory is, okay, is if some random locusts that were hidden away found her body and somehow attached her to the hive system, that they would learn everything. They would learn everything about her past and the future, learn all of her plans, all of her knowledge, to try and use that to adapt the locust to be a better species. Okay? And the other one is the emulsion at the end. Adam Phoenix, to me, looked like he changed into emulsion crystals, which is, you kind of see them on the swarm. To me, it seems like, you know, emulsion crystals which are on the swarm. So my other theory was, if they could somehow use Adam Phoenix, you know, crystals to try and learn more about the emulsion, then they could adapt that way as well. It's a crazy theory, you know, by using a hive system to learn the knowledge. But then the other thing is in the comic book series, you know, you have the Cantus unit, which are the brainiest one. You know, they can control worms. They can, you know, they have a scientist there as well who's mentioned in the Rise of Ram. You know, what if he is doing work to counteract everything that Adam Phoenix has been doing? And also in the Hollow, they've been making these types of subjects, you know, working on sires, you know, the outsiders, stuff like that. There's loads of hidden things, but that is my theory, that, you know, it came into my head and I really wanted to show you guys. And now you heard it here if it happens, okay? You heard it here if it happens. Let me know in the comment section what your guys' theory is, because I want to know. I want to know what your theory is, what could happen. You know, I've got a lot more theories that I want to go through before Gears 5 launches. Every time I do more research, and, you know, my brain gets bigger. And obviously with the Hive Buster comics coming up, you know, the gas is unreal. The gas is unreal. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the theory video today. This has been your boy Beanzy. Please drop a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. Loads of Gears of War lore, Gears of War video related coming in the future with Gears 5. This has been your boy Beanzy. Appreciate all the support. You guys take it easy. I am out.